Hi. Right, so we're here today with Kez again.
Yes.
In your Mini GP. What year is your Mini GP, Kez?
It is 2006, amazingly.
Wow.
Which
So,
is
wow.
11 years. Yeah.
God dear, that's
Time flies.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? My God.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've not had it since new. I mean, you've had it how long?
I've not, no. So I've had it three and a half years now.
Right. Okay. So why did you buy it? Why was it? Because I thought because I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
You bought this car. You say you wanted to buy a car. You wanted to buy a weekend car, and you bought this car.
Yes.
And I thought initially it was quite an odd choice, not in a bad way because it's bad. It's not a bad car.
Yeah.
Just because it's quite a specific thing. So why did you buy this car?
It is a specific thing, and I think at the time, budget-wise, and I'll probably get kicked for doing it, it was either this or an E46 M3.
Right.
Yeah, probably given the values of those at the minute, maybe it was the wrong decision. But anyway, you live by that.
But values aside, though.
Yeah.
But even that, I would have said BMW every day.
Yeah, I would, and I guess given now with the M2 as well, it may be, I had a want for those kind of cars. There was something about this when I test drove it, and I mean, I didn't really know about them. I've always had a soft spot for the Mini Cooper S. I just quite like the way that they designed this first iteration of Mini. I think its size and proportions, even though it's a lot bigger than a classic Mini, worked quite well. And there's just something about that supercharger noise and engine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I first saw a GP and the lack of back seats, the bodywork, which is a bit over the top kind of thing, it just worked for me. Then I test drove one, and it's just it's a smile-inducing little thing, and
it is. It's got that X factor about it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's sort of toward. It's obviously an extreme Mini.
Yeah.
And it's extreme to the point where it starts to feel special.
Yes.
Yeah. It feels. There's lots of very, very new, unique features about this car that you get on no other Mini.
Yeah.
Or not many other cars. Mainly the fact that there's no back seats at all, and there's just a strut brace. So just things like that. I guess it's sort of one of those things that, like really, really nice cars. You sit in them and you feel special in them.
Yeah.
They feel exciting before they've even moved. And I think, having now sat in this car, that's certainly what it is for me, and it sounds like that's similar for you as well.
Yeah, completely. It's you just get that feel from it, and that was exciting. So broke all of the golden rules. First car I saw, it was the right one.
But there can't have been that many for sale?
There weren't that many for sale, and I think this is one of the lowest mileage ones at the time that was a reasonable distance to kind of travel to. There was maybe one slightly lower, but that was up in Scotland, so that wasn't really an option. It just felt right, and I went for it, and it's stayed ever since, and not really had any thoughts about it going anywhere else. It's kind of it's
a bit of a keeper.
Yeah, it's a bit of a keeper. It's got me. So
fair enough. And what have you done in it? What do you use it for?
So I guess I've done a few things in it. So I had a trip around the Alps with yourself in it in its early days. And I think one of the things on these cars, we'll go into probably the technical bits of how I've improved it later on, but certainly a trip like that highlighted its brakes were a weakness and that kind of stuff.
I would equate them to mountain bike brakes. I think they are actually an OEM specialised mountain bike part, and I think they've just shipped them across. So I do remember one instance where you were following me, and I think we both pulled over, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and you were parked with smoke coming out of either a wheel arch or brakes, basically. So it wasn't. I would say they're pretty much the Achilles heel of this car, aren't they?
They were, yeah. And I think my other favourite one was where I think you'd pulled over, expecting me to pull behind you, and I had to pull in
otherwise you
and go round you, and then I crashed into you.
Hadn't you upgraded the brakes at that point as well? Right?
Yeah,
so that was upgraded.
It was, yeah.
Right.
I changed the discs
and
the pads.
Right.
Yeah, and
so
not the fluid.
Standard.
They weren't even standard, so they had to go. So that was the one-off Alps trip, and then since then, it's just been kind of limited use. So runs down to Goodwood, and then 2 or 3 track days. I think we've probably done in it now.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And I've got to say, doing those kind of things, it actually just adds to the excitement of this car. It really shows how much fun it can be, you know, in that kind of track environment where you can really throw it into corners and that kind of stuff. It's just superb.
I think it makes a good noise as well, doesn't it? I think we were talking about it earlier about the supercharger wiring, and we try and get it on camera, on audio if we can. But it's that adds to the sort of the special feel of the car, and I know other minis make that noise as well.
Yeah.
But it just sounds awesome. It sounds different. It sounds like quite a little bit exotic, as if you shouldn't be hearing that. Right?
Exactly.
It's just like it's bad. In a good way.
My sister first got in the car and was like, "What is that noise?" She didn't really.
What is wrong with your car?
Didn't know what the supercharger noise was.
It's awesome though.
It is, yeah. It just has that.
Yeah, it's like cars where you get like a gearbox whine.
Yeah.
And in a good way. Yeah. Like in like a high performance car, and it just adds to the rawness and the specialness of the car for me. I think this has got that as well. So,
completely.
What do you like and what do you dislike about the car?
So, I think the thing I like, and it's not for everyone, is the looks of it. I think it just looks great. You know, it's kind of a bit over the top. It's got quite huge side skirts. It's got its own unique 18-inch wheels, which they're okay. I'm not crazy about 4-spoke wheels, but I do like them. 4 spokes have always looked a bit odd to me.
Yeah. But pause there for a second.
Pause.
The new minis, like the latest minis, they do a similar version to that, but it's like 5 or maybe even more spokes. I can't remember. I know what you mean about the 4 spokes.
Yes.
But the 5 spokes look awesome.
Yes.
They look really, really good.
They look good.
But the thing I like about your wheels is they look really delicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't look like ham-fisted. They just look sharp and as if they've got 4 spokes because 5 would have been overkill and 3 the things would have broken, so they went with 4.
Yeah.
So I think they look quite good.
Exactly that, yeah, and just that, I think like you say, the delicacy, you know, the diamond cut and the blackness of them and that kind of stuff.
Would you replace the wheels then?
People have on GPs and it doesn't look like a GP anymore. It looks like another Mini, and I think leaving the exterior as it is just part of this car.
Yes.
Good and bad bits aside, that's what it was, that's how it left the factory, and I think that was just the point of the time. Good or bad, you've got to go with it. I think.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I completely, because I've seen one with like arguably better wheels, but again, it just looks like a standard Mini Cooper S. Someone's put fancy wheels on, basically,
and a wing, and that's it.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, but fair enough. And so, anything else you don't like about it? Or?
I mean, it's not fantastically fast. You know, having driven other cars and stuff like that, I think 0 to 60 is 6.5 seconds. So a bit more acceleration would be nice, but again, changing the engine would change the character of the car and that kind of stuff. But I think where the fun in this car is cornering speed.
Yeah.
And it's just a huge amount of fun. You know, it corners more or less flat, which from a factory standard setup is quite amazing. You know, it's not wallowy at all, and yeah, just roundabouts, A, B roads are just a huge amount of fun in it, and that's where I guess the magic of this kind of car really lies.
It's something you can chuck around, isn't it? Without worrying about it breaking loose and trying to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sort of manageable, basically.
Yeah.
I think it feels plenty fast enough. I mean, hopefully I'll get a drive in a minute, but it feels, unless you're out and out tracking it all the time and just want to get more power, then it makes sense maybe, but for road use it seems pretty good.
It does, yeah.
And how many miles you've done? What, 28,000 miles now?
Yeah, the car's done 28,000. So I think when I picked it up, it had just done over 20,000. So yeah, eight and a bit thousand miles. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to enjoy the car, but I don't want to keep piling the miles onto it. It's just finding that balance of doing the right amount of enjoyable miles every year.
Have you done much to it in that time, or?
Yes, the main things I've done, as we alluded to before, the brakes were absolute chocolate on it before, so yeah, they were useless, so they needed to come out. So I can't remember the diameter of the old ones, maybe 260 mil or something like that, and 16 mil disc size. So
for the uninitiated, I'll simplify that. Kez went from standard brakes that big to aftermarket brakes that big. We'll show a picture in a minute.
They're pretty much the same size as the brakes on the M2, I think.
Like, was it crack a nut with a sledgehammer?
Yeah.
I think this is, if you look at the dictionary, it's just got a picture of your brakes.
It does.
Really, so,
yeah.
But they seem to work though, so they look amazing.
Yeah. They, I've been really, really pleased with them. So I bought those from Willwood in the US. All of my upgrade parts seem to be from the US. I don't know, I must like shipping costs or something like that. But yeah, they do quite a lot of track mini work over in the US. So they were of interest to me, and yeah, they've just been a really, really good upgrade.
But you did the discs, the pads, the calipers, and the braided lines or something in as well. Was that part of the right? Okay, so it's the full
job.
deal.
Yeah,
but quite funny. The rear brakes are still standard.
Yeah,
still the specialised mountain bike brakes, and just the comparison of the two is just.
Comical, isn't
funny,
it?
It's but I guess there's no weight on the back of the car, so
no.
I mean, looking at the back of your car, there's just what do you do with that space, right? Because you can't put anything in it, because if you put anything in it, it was going to roll around, wouldn't it?
Yeah, tied down.
You can hang onto that bar.
It's quite practical compared to a normal Mini, actually. So, I mean, how many times are you going to carry 4 people in a Mini? Probably not that often.
Right.
But yeah, how many times might you want to, go to home base and buy a table?
Are you trying to sell me the practicality of
it's there, I'm telling you. Yeah.
It looks like a big space case.
Yeah, but two of you go away for the weekend, you don't need to worry about your luggage size and all of that kind of stuff.
This is true.
Yeah. It's a very practical
car. You sold it to your wife.
Absolutely.
It's okay, it's practical.
Yeah.
It's got a bar to hold on.
It's got a bar to hold on to, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
The kids can't come. It's fine.
So other than practicality, what do you really like about the car?
It's about the handling.
Right.
Yes, there are upgrades to make. You could start to put on different types of suspension and all of that kind of stuff. But for something out of the box 11 years ago, it just feels, fantastically tight and together, and it's just really engaging on the kind of roads that you'd want to drive down when you're, having a decent go to drive in the countryside, and that's exactly what you want.
Right.
So when you've got something that looks exciting, you want to go and drive it, and then you also have fun in it. It makes the case as a pretty perfect kind of weekend and summer evening car.
Yeah, it covers a broad range of things.
It does, yeah, completely.
Fair enough. What are you going to do to it? Are you going to do anything else to it? Is there anything else to upgrade? Because you've had it a while now. You've obviously upgraded the bits that need doing. I mean, does it need anything else doing to it?
No, I think given its age now, there'll be bushes and bits to replace that are going to start to perish or not be as tight as they used to be. One of the problems on these Minis particularly is the engine mount, so I've replaced that with a Vibrotechnics one that doesn't leak anymore, and then there's 2 other mounts as well that were replaced with those. So yeah, it's just going to be stuff to keep it feeling tight and keep it feeling new.
Right.
I've really no interest in some people have put turbos on these and increased the horsepower and change cams and all of that kind of stuff.
No one wants a 400 horsepower Mini GP.
No,
really.
you wouldn't do it with this car.
Yeah, exactly. If you want a lot more power, then you're going to get another car.
Go and get another car.
Probably not what this is about.
Yeah. Enjoy this for what it is. you know, it'd be good to see if it's still making its factory horsepower, and if you could tweak anything to maybe make up any losses that have happened over the past few years. But I think with supercharged engines, you don't really get those kind of losses. It, you know, it still feels, you know, quick enough kind of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Very good. All right, are you going to go anywhere in it, or take it anywhere? You can do more track days in it?
More track days, I think. I think now, unless the M2 goes, if I was going to do an Alps trip again or a European trip, I'd like to see the M2 in that kind of environment.
I was going to say, which one would you take? So, I think, given it's the newer car, it probably makes
exactly,
sense. You're going to want to do that, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, fair enough. Good. And we're going to do some more videos, I guess, probably on the upgrades you've done. You've done the brakes and you've done some strut braces as well, which were on the car already.
Yes.
So it'd be quite good to do some more videos on those and just
definitely,
understand a bit more about what you've done and sort of how it works, basically. I think it'd be a good thing to do. So if you've got any other questions on this car or want to see anything else, let us know. If you like the video, hit like, and we're like I say, we're trying to address anything that you want to pick up. Thanks everyone.
Amazing. Cheers.